Hey guys, CryptoPaul here. I'm very excited to have David Hunter, one of the founders of Socialwallet, with us on the phone. David, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. Please tell us about yourself and how you guys came up with Socialwallet.
Sure. I have a degree in engineering from Texas Tech, and I've been involved with blockchain for several years now. I got my experience with a small community coin and helped them rebrand and actually do a new coin issuance and a swap. And that's where I met our lead developer, Luke.
Hmm.
And he had this idea for um, it was a pretty simplistic idea for just that single community coin to have a platform to send over. And I was like, man, we can do a lot more than just a single coin.
Hmm.
And whenever that project started to fall apart, it was like a sign that we could leave and go do our own thing. And that was last summer.
Okay.
And we actually launched this project officially in November and had it up and running by the end of December.
Perfect. Perfect. So how many members on the team right now?
Oh man, I think we're up to 24,
Okay.
and I'm talking to number 25 right now to see if I can get him on board.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So,
Now, tell me us about the company itself, the Social Wallet. I mean, where is it registered? And
yeah, so we're a United States corporation. We are incorporated in the state of Delaware, and so we have to comply with all of the U.S. laws and regulations that are in place.
gotcha, gotcha. Now I'm actually on the Social Wallet site right now. I know your token sales going on currently. We'll get to that, but I guess let's jump to the coin specs. Okay. Normally, when I look at certain ICO. I mean, their circulating supply is in the billions. So when I originally saw you guys, total circulating supply of 250 million. That's pretty low. I mean, how'd you come up with that, and the price that you set the initial offering?
Sure. So, I think a billion coin supply is kind of ridiculous, and there's even 10 billion and 50 billion supply coins out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and even 250 million, to me personally, felt on the high end of things. I was I wanted 100 million, but after talking to several people, actually developers with other coins and stuff like that, we came up with the 250 million number. It's low compared to um, most token sales or ICOs that are out today.
Hmm.
It's high compared to your older standards like Bitcoin or something like that, but relatively low for today. And because it's relatively low, and we didn't want people just jumping on because we're a token sale or anything like that, we want people to actually that thought this project was good and wanted to use our platform and actually had a vested interest in seeing how things worked out. So that's why we set the price at 15 cents instead of a penny or 2 pennies like a lot of token sales or ICOs do.
Exactly. Now I see that you guys are currently in your last round of the final round. So right now it's just at that 15 cents cost per one wire. Um, Now, normally, like I said, I'm very active in the ICO. I've been doing this a long time. So I didn't really pick up you guys until I think we're already into the fourth round. So I'm very excited to see, how you guys are doing. Now, tell me a little bit about I think I saw you interview with Mike from Kinetic Energy. And you guys went through the process of how to send and all that good stuff. And now I'll make sure I'll link the video there as well.
Hmm.
But like, tell me more. I mean, like, so if I'm new to crypto, okay, and I'm a content creator on YouTube, for example, and someone send me a wire token, okay, what's next?
Okay, so you just got a message on Twitter or an email saying that David sent you a 100 wire,
Yeah.
and there's going to be a link there to claim it. You click on the link, it takes you to the social wallet platform, and at that point, you either log in or you create an account. And either way you do that, the next page you come to is going to be a page saying, hey, you've got 100 wire. Do you want to accept it? And you can either hit yes or hit no. If you hit yes, then it goes into your wallet. And from there, you can send it on to other people, or third quarter of this year, you can send it to a debit card that'll be attached to the platform.
Okay.
Or you can remove it from the platform and put it into one of our conventional wire wallets, where you can stake it, or use 35,000 wire and create a masternode.
Okay, so that's since you brought that up with the masternodes, so that's be one way of, I guess, token holder to earn income. I think I also saw there was the earn program. So what's the difference between the two?
Okay, so staking or holding a masternode is going to give you rewards that the blockchain generates every time a single block is processed. And it's going to be a seesaw algorithm, but for the most part, you should expect 70% of those rewards to go to a masternode, 20% to go to a staking wallet, and then the other 10% goes to a development fund.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we pay out those rewards for you helping us create a strong and fast network, because every node that's on the network is creating stability.
Yeah.
And we are our own blockchain. We're not, an ERC20 token or something like that where we piggyback on top of Ethereum. We're our own chain. So everything we can do to make it fast and reliable, we're going to do it. And so that's why we created a pretty good rewards table for anybody that wants to do that.
Yeah.
Now, the earn feature on the Socialwallet platform is basically, it's twofold. It's a way for us to spread the word about Socialwallet, and it's a way for you to earn wire tokens. So on that page, whenever you go to it, it's going to have our latest tweets, Facebook messages, social media presence for Socialwire or Socialwallet.
Yeah.
And from within the platform, you can click to like or retweet or comment, and every time you do something like that, we're going to give you wire tokens.
Perfect. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you guys are in the last round of the ICO. So I think the last round is going to end on April 27th. So I guess walk us through this. Okay, now the ICO is completed. Okay, you got the funding. How long before it's live? When can I start sending the wire token to my subscribers or to my friends and family? What's the time frame?
It'll be the next day.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So April 28th, we're going to open the doors and let everybody in.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, let's I know jumping back and forth, with the ICOs coming to an end, a lot of time with what I do with my subscriber, our goal is trying to make money. Okay. But we always be wary of, I guess whales trying to dump the coin. I mean, you mentioned earlier, the reason why you picked the 15 cents was you want to try to make sure that it's more spread for the community. And I also know that you also on your Telegram, you are following the guideline with the SEC for the ICO. And I know you can't really talk about exchanges, but in the future, that's in the works, right? You are in communication so that eventually the goal is to try to get listed eventually, correct?
I cannot comment on that.
Okay. Okay, then we'll leave it at that.
What I can say is that if you want to use our platform, this amazing technology that we've made, then you need to purchase wire tokens in order to do so.
Gotcha.
That's the only reason you should purchase wire tokens, is in order to use our technology.
Yep.
And you should not purchase for any type of future possible financial gains. That shouldn't be on your radar.
Okay, that's fair. I guess the next question, because you mentioned you are registered in the United States, is there any restriction as for country restriction? Is it open to every country?
It's open to every country. You just need to complete a KYC process.
Okay.
And as long as you pass that, you're good to go.
Okay. So now, as far as safety, you mentioned that the wire token will be on your own platform. Okay. So what type of safety do you have in place to make sure that that we don't want to lose our coin to hacking and all that stuff? So tell me more about that.
Right. And you know, whenever you're talking about a platform, even like an exchange, you don't want to lose your coins or tokens. And let's say that your coins are on Binance. Well, those guys on Binance, at any time, they could say, "Hey, we're done," shut it down, and they take all the coins.
Yeah.
Whatever's in your account, there's nothing that you can do to stop them. Now, what we're doing is we're doing what's called a decentralized platform. So we're going to have a website. You're going to be able to do all the sending and receiving through the website. The website is what makes it easy, but you're going to control your private keys. So whenever you log into the site, you can go to the security section and download all your private keys. And we have no access to that. We can't see them. So if the site were ever to shut down or anything like that, you would still be in possession of your private keys, so you can retrieve your funds.
Okay. Now I know right now it's the wire token that's being used to send on the to different social media, or you mentioned I saw email as well. Are you guys gonna incorporate other cryptos in the future? And what's your thoughts?
We've actually already announced. I think it's 3 partnerships we've announced, maybe 4,
Mm-hmm.
and that those are. For New, which is a really cool. They are creating power plants that burn garbage in order to power mining facilities.
Okay.
And then we have Social Spaces,
Yep.
Showhand, and then AM Chart.
Yeah.
And all these are pretty cool and unique projects that we've partnered with. And then we've got about 11 more that we're in talks with right now.
Got you. So these partnership, they'll have their own coin, and that's what you guys are you going to start with those 4 in addition to the wire, or
Some of these are in ICO process,
okay.
so when we launch, they won't be available yet, and some of them are available. So if they're available to the public, then they will be on our platform.
Gotcha. So right now, I think the last update I saw, I think you guys have Twitter, Facebook, and email, and of course, Socialwallet as far as the selection of platform. So I did see on your roadmap that you're going to have more in the future. So, I mean, what's the end goal? So, are you trying to, how many platforms you, I guess, try to incorporate into Socialwallet, and what type of time frame are we looking?
Sure. So the end goal is to have every major social network in the world available, and not just social networks, but like messaging platforms like WeChat and stuff like that. Um, I think the end goal a couple of years from now will probably be that Facebook has shut us out, Twitter has shut us out, and that we are with more decentralized platforms like Minds.com, Steemit.com, sites like that. We already see crackdowns coming with APIs on stuff like Facebook and Twitter. And not only that, they're really censoring speech and stuff like that. So if they were to cut out the crypto community or cut off their APIs, we wouldn't really cry about it. We would just look for new ways to meet up with crypto-based platforms or open source platforms.
Oh, thank you. That's very refreshing. You're definitely right. I see that all the time. All this social media is basically saying, crypto, we're gonna, put a stop to it. So, and so that's why I want to find out how will you guys be able to expand. I think on your interview with Mike, or another interview, I know the crypto arena. I mean, only what 1% to 3% of the world even know about that. So, I mean, if your goal is to spread the word, I mean that we have to have means to do so. So
yeah, it's like I see it as doing a deal with the devil, kind of. Whenever you're talking about Facebook and Twitter, I don't like their platforms. I don't like what they represent. I don't like their leadership, but the majority of the world is on those 2 platforms.
yes,
So if we want to spread our message and spread the word, then we're going to have to use those platforms. But eventually, I'd like to see other alternatives come about where we can shift our main focus to the stuff that's open source, stuff that is not going to stifle speech or kick people off their platforms because they have opposing views and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Next question regarding your competition. I think right now, Red Coins is the major one. So, what's your thoughts?
Well, Redcoin, they've managed to. I think they're sending across Twitter right now. It's still kind of convoluted. We're looking for mass adoption, and what Redcoin has created is not for mass adoption. It's for the crypto user, and they make it slightly easier. You still got to know a certain like Twitter phrase in order to initiate a command to send and receive and whatnot. There's no easy or simple interface. You can get like a what's called Red ID, which is like a unique username, like a vanity plate.
Okay.
But you have to pay for it. They've been there. They've been trying to conquer this for several years, and they're also one of those multi-billion coin
Yes.
that have a large supply. And I don't think they've come close to what we're doing, where we make it, in a couple of clicks and you're done. A real pretty visual interface. So, Red is a competitor. There's a coin called Social Send.
Yep.
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. They are currently developing a platform. I think every time we announce a feature, they announce the same feature. They're kind of copying what we're doing, but they're not going to be decentralized. I think they've outsourced the entire program to a couple of developers in India or something like that. So as far as I'm concerned, we don't really have much competition.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the main thing is I love the platform is it's very easy to process, especially for someone new to crypto, or just be able to send and receive. It seems like a very easy process. I guess in conclusion, we talk about your midterm to long term goals. Any final thoughts? I mean,
well, this sending through Twitter and Facebook, social media, it's an achievement, and we're proud of it.
Yeah.
But that's like the training wheel phase. We're thinking so beyond that. I mean, this is just the beginning. Socialwallet is going to be the center of cryptocurrency, I think, a year from now. We're going to have so many features and abilities beyond just sending that it's going to blow your mind.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. So I definitely, like I mentioned, I really start to get into monitoring you guys, like I said, toward the round 4. And like I said, we are in the final rounds right now, up into the 27th. I know my subscriber, if they use my code, they do get a 25% bonus. So I'll make sure we'll leave that in the description as well. So anyways, any final thoughts before we end our interview?
No, I think your code is CryptoPaul. Is
Yes,
that right?
that's correct.
Yeah, CryptoPaul, one word, you get a 25% bonus. And like you said, we're in the last round. We're looking forward to releasing this baby and getting it out and letting everybody see what we've been up to.
Absolutely, and hopefully we can get you back here and again after the ISO is done, and hopefully we can share some more news. Try to get the platform to be very successful. So David, thank you again for your time, and we look forward to many years of success.
Thank you, and I'll come on anytime. Just ask.
Perfect. Hey guys, that's CryptoPaul. So thank you again, David, for joining us. We'll talk to you next time.